Hi everyone, welcome to Imperfect Life. Today I'm going to show you how to make one of these envelope style pillow covers. This is an easy and inexpensive way to update the pillows on your couch or on your furniture. So for instance, if you get a new couch and you don't want to spend the money for new pillows, just go to the fabric store, buy a couple yards of fabric, and then you can just put your pillow inside. Really easy to work with. And really easy to make. It's only 6 straight seams. You'll see. Okay, line up the back, and there you go. It's like you have a brand new pillow. Okay, and the other nice thing about these is that if it gets dingy or stained or you spill anything on it, just take it off and throw it in the wash. Okay, so here's what you'll need. Of course, you'll need fabric scissors. If you have a rotary cutter and a mat, that would be better, but if you don't, that's fine. Just use regular scissors. You need some pins. And then you'll want a measuring tape, a flexible measuring tape, so that you can measure your pillows from seam to seam. Make sure you get a nice snug fit. Okay, let's get started. Okay, the first thing we want to do is measure the pillow from seam to seam. Okay, from side seam to side seam. In this example, our pillow is square. Okay, from seam to seam is 21 inches. So I'm going to cut a square piece of fabric 22 inches square, 22 wide, 22 long, because it's 21 inches from seam to seam, and then I'm going to want a 1/2 inch seam allowance. That's going to be my front piece. Now for the back piece, remember this is an envelope style pillow, so you have 2 separate pieces, and you want at least a 2-inch overlap. Okay, because you don't want your pillow kind of peeking out the back, so you want plenty of overlap, but not too much where you're going all the way down. So for the front, we want 22-inch square piece of fabric. For the back, we want 2 pieces of fabric. Now here's how you want to do your measurements. Okay, and this is a part that's really important, and this is what you want to pay attention to. You're going to make 2 cuts of fabric. Your width is the same. Our width is still going to be 22 inches. For the length, you want a total of your length plus 4. Okay, so in my case, I wanted 22 inches plus 4, so I want a total length of 26 inches. So I cut that first. You don't have to, but I cut 26 inches. Then what I did is cut it into 2 pieces that would give me a 2-inch overlap. So in this case, that ended up being a 14-inch piece and a 12-inch piece. Okay, and so you might be saying, well, why do we have plus 4 if we're only having a 2-inch overlap? So we need a 1/2 inch for, we have 22, then we need, I'm sorry, not a 1/2 inch, then we need to do an inch inside to sew down that raw edge, because you don't want a raw edge on your pillow. So each one is going to have, I did about an inch down so that you have a nice edge, and then you have your 2-inch overlap. And you have a little flexibility in the overlap. If it's 2 inches, or it's 3 inches, 2.5 inches, it's fine. But you don't want it 1 inch or a 1/2 inch, where then you're going to put it in your pillow's fat and it peeks out. So we don't want that. Okay, so in this case, for the back, 22 inches plus 4, I cut a 26-inch length of fabric and then cut that into 2 pieces, 14 inches and 12 inches. Okay, so here's my 3 cuts of fabric. I have my 22-inch square over here. That's fine, I don't need that yet. There's my 12-inch, and here's my 14-inch. So the first thing that you want to do is sew down that raw edge. Okay, now my pattern is, or my fabric is a solid color. If you have a pattern though, you want to be mindful of the direction of your pattern and how they're going to go when they're all sewn together. So just keep a check on that. Okay, so that's about 1 inch. Now you can pin it. I'm using this micro suede, and it's not easy to get a pin through. So I have some tape. So I'm just going to tape it down. You can tape it down, whatever works for you. So I'm going to do this along the edges the raw edges of what's going to be my back piece. Okay, and then I'm going to just put a straight seam in. Now, although all of my videos are geared towards beginners, I don't think you need to watch me put a straight seam in or cut fabric. So I will do that off camera, okay? I do get and always appreciate feedback on my videos. I'm always grateful for that. However, sometimes I get some feedback, you know, that I don't know, I could do things more professionally, but keep in mind my videos are geared towards beginners. I am self-taught. I just wanted to show you how to do a really fun project so you can quick cover your pillows, okay? I'm not trying to show you how to do anything to mass produce or sell for profit. This is just something quick and easy that a beginner can do and feel successful at. Okay, so I've taped those edges down. I'm gonna do the same thing on my 12-inch piece. Sew down the raw edge so that it looks nice and smooth when the product is finished. And then I'll come back and we'll put the two pieces together. Okay, so I've sewn down the raw edge of those two back pieces, right? So that's got a nice smooth look to it. It's gonna look much better when it's finished. Okay, so now we're gonna put the two pieces together. We're in the home stretch, we're almost done. So lay out your back piece the way you will expect to see it on the pillow. All right, the overlap should come from the top, not the bottom, okay, if you're using a pattern. Okay, so the overlap should come from, right, does that make sense? All right, you want about a 2-inch overlap. I didn't measure this. I think this is the easier way to do it. That's way too much, okay. Okay, and just kind of line it up the way it should look when it's done. That's probably too much too. Okay. And then we're gonna get our top piece. All right, well, you see how easy this is. This was like the hard part, was doing these two pieces. Okay, then we're gonna get our top piece. Here's our square top piece. We're gonna lay it over top. Now these need to be right sides together. Again, with my fabric, it doesn't really matter. But if you have a pattern, okay, you want it, this should be your outer, okay? You want to sew it right sides together. I don't want to throw you off since I'm using a solid pattern. Okay, line up all of your edges, right? All the way around. That lines up pretty good. Okay, including your, you know, if you need to adjust your overlap, adjust your overlap. And line up all 4 of your edges. Okay, make sure they line up nice. Then you're gonna pin all the way around. Then you're gonna sew all the way around. And then guess what? You are done. That's all there is to it. Like I said, the hardest part is getting that back piece and getting the right size and getting the overlap lined up. Okay, and then you're going to pin it. I do a 1/2-inch seam allowance all the way around, and then I'll come back and we'll clip the corners so we have nice sharp points. Okay, and then we'll have our finished envelope style pillow cover. So let's go sew this and I'll be back. Okay, so I've gone all the way around all 4 sides, and we can take our pins out. And then I'm just going to flip it over so you can see, you know, the back side. Okay. And then we want to clip our corners. I don't know where my scissors went, so I'll just use my rotary cutter. Okay, but just clip your corners. You know, you don't want to catch the seam, but just get that excess fabric off it. Otherwise, it kind of bulks. It bulks up when you turn it inside, you know, right side out, and you know, you don't get the nice pointy corners that I like. So one of the things you can do with your newfound envelope back pillow making skills. This is great, like after each holiday, after Halloween, after Christmas, and all the novelty fabrics and the holiday fabrics go on sale. You know, grab a couple yards, and then you can make a couple of these for super cheap, a couple of bucks, and then the following Halloween, or buy it before if you don't mind spending the money, and then use them to decorate your pillows for the holidays. That's always a fun idea too. Or do a set of all the holidays. You can give it as a bridal shower gift or a housewarming gift. Okay, so I'm just going in and poking the corners out. I like really pointy corners. If you watch any of my other videos, I'm a stickler for pointy corners. Okay. All right, so there we go. And then we have our pillow. And hopefully you're doing this along with me. And you're so excited and so proud of yourself for creating something awesome. Okay, so there you go. Good luck with it. Thanks for tuning in, and please feel free to subscribe if you found this helpful.